Targeting the transwarp network.
Fire in the weapon, now!
What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's Ziegenbagel here, and welcome back to another episode of Star Trek Online. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to tap that like button, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Alright, we are back with more Star Trek Online, and we are continuing the amazing Iconian War storyline. With today's mission, we're back at the same Kyana system for Butterfly. The research teams in the Kyana system have been running thousands of temporal incursion simulations of how to use the Krenim weapon. We need an officer with field experience to evaluate the most promising options and their feasibility. Meet with Captain Nog on board the research lab to discuss our best course of action. So, before I go ahead and hail, I want to make sure to say that I hope you guys are having a great day. My day is going quite well, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Alright, let's hail and see what he has to say.
The research teams in the Kyana system require your assistance. They have been running thousands of temporal incursion simulations of how to use the Krenim weapon. But I need an officer with field experience to evaluate the project and its feasibility. You will participate in a focus test of the most promising options. A blade cuts both ways. We must be sure that what this weapon can do to the Iconians does not cause greater harm to us.
Indeed, we must make sure that everything is done perfectly. So, let's see. Focused assault training manuals. Cool. What else do we have here? Science temporal distanglement suite. Maximum shield. +2 crit chance and crit severity. And shield resistance. That could be a good one to have. Temporal phase overcharge warp core. Auxiliary power, electroplasma. I don't think we'll go with that one. It's not really as much for us. Temporal phase overcharge singularity core. That's not for us. That's a Romulan one. Omnidirectional anti-chronoton infused Tetrion beam array. No. Anti-chronoton infused Tetrion turret. Chronoton torpedo launcher. So I think we're probably going to go with this science console. Seems like a good one to have. So we go ahead and accept you. Just like so, and we will begin Butterfly. Alright, looks like we have to speak with researcher Adrana right here and see what she has to say.
We have been working with the Krenim to build both this facility and a weapon similar to the one developed by Anoraks in the 22nd century. Captain Nog is running point for the Alliance, but teams from all across the Alpha and Beta quadrants are involved with the research. It's fascinating work, but there's a lot to do yet.
Alright, how can I help?
Captain Nog might be able to explain more. He's waiting for you.
Alright, speak to Captain Nog. Well, lead the way. This way, please. Alright. I'm glad you're so polite for a Romulan. Let's see. We're going to the... Oh, it's a research lab area. Gotcha. There's Captain Nog. Let's go speak to him. Who's that? Oh, the lead temporal researcher.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances. We've managed to make a prototype of the Krenim weapon in Anorax's records, but we have not attempted to use it yet. Time isn't something you mess around with. So we have been conducting simulations here of possible incursions, as well as developing new ways to protect and store data on various timelines.
Alright, we have a few choices of things here. The green one is, do you have any ideas on when to make a temporal incursion? Can you explain the process to me? How is this different from going back in time, changing something and creating an alternate timeline? It's pretty much the same, in a way. Let's see, what about just removing the Iconians from the time stream? Sela said something about Iconians and time travel. Is that important? Or protect what we know? Let's see. We'll ask this one.
Oh, that the Iconians can't time travel because it unravels their minds.
Yeah.
She was being dramatic, but she was essentially correct. When most humanoids time travel, they retain the memories of their timeline of origin. So you realize when things have changed. Iconians are at least partially energy beings. You saw that when Matara was able to use her own power to open gateways. And their brain structure is very different from other humanoids. As far as we understand, if an Iconian traveled back in time, their mind and memories would reshape to fit that time. So they would retain no memories of the present. They don't use time travel because it would literally be taking a step backwards.
Indeed. So, yeah, I understand now. Thank you.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances.
Okay, let's go
We've
with...
managed to make a prototype
what about
of
removing the
Crenum weapon
Iconians
and
from the
Anarax's
time stream?
records. That was the first simulation we tried. The results were fairly catastrophic.
Catastrophic?
Without the Iconians, the first development of warp technology by other cultures in the Alpha Quadrant is severely delayed, by about 50,000 years.
Wow.
Removing the Iconians would change everything we know.
Yep, that sounds like it. I mean, 50,000 more years is pretty severe. We would eventually develop warp travel, right? It seems inevitable.
Let me put it this way. In one version, the Day Ones eventually rise to power and conquer most of the Beta Quadrant. They are forced back by the Vulcans, who never embrace logic, and later enslave much of what is now Federation and Klingon space.
That's just hilarious that the Vulcans end up enslaving and taking over most of the galaxy. I can see how this would be a problem. Yeah, indeed.
I'm not done yet. The Herc never developed warp technology at all, so they never invade Kronos and unite the Klingons as a warrior culture. When the Vulcan Star Empire finds the Klingons in the 22nd century, they were mostly farmers who had made some advances in epic poetry. By the present day in this simulation, the Vulcan Star Empire is locked in a to-the-death struggle with the Dominion.
Well, interesting. I get it. Removing the Iconians directly is a bad idea.
I wish
All
I
right,
was
can
seeing
you explain
under
the
better
process to me? How is this different from
We've
going back in
managed to
time
make
and
a
changing
prototype
something
of the Crenum
and creating an
weapon
alternate
and Anarax's
timeline?
records. When we talk about time alteration, we're specifically referring to the Crenum weapon's ability to remove something from time. Anything, from a single molecule to an entire civilization. It's as if the target of the weapon never existed at all.
Okay, so it doesn't just move something, it deletes it.
Correct. The changes ripple out from the incursion point and result in a new reality where the target no longer exists. This does mean that the ship must be able to fire on a target. The details are a bit more complex, of course, but that's the main difference from conventional time travel.
Okay, so I see, and no one has a problem with this. I'll go with that one.
Temporal agents from all three factions are watching everything we do carefully. That's one of the reasons we're running holodeck simulations first.
Yep,
Between
good idea.
you and me, I'm glad they're here.
Yeah.
The Crenum are a little too eager to use the weapon. Time manipulation is a very delicate operation under the best of circumstances. We can't just start shooting things out of existence and hoping it all works out for the best.
Exactly, because that's what Anarax did, and it did not work out so well for him. So yeah, I agree, Captain.
I wish I was seeing.
All right, let's go with the final one here. Do you have any ideas on when it makes a temporal incursion?
We've tried a different number of scenarios, but only in the holodeck. Direct action against the Iconians is proving to be problematic, because so much time has passed since they were first a great power. Incursions that far back in time must be carefully planned, or the fallout of even minor changes can ripple across reality. We have, however, seen some promise in trying to delay their arrival.
Okay, but that's just delaying the inevitable for a few years, right?
Actually, it would be closer to a 700-year delay if our calculations are correct. The Iconians have had 200,000 years to build their fleets, but we're catching up to them. We've already seen what the 29th century technology can do. Imagine what we'll have in the 32nd century.
Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy. So we'd be on a more equal footing, right? Yeah.
Exactly. The other potential solution is to cut into their current power base. What if the Iconians never allied with the Alachi or the Solanae? We wouldn't be facing the trouble we do now.
Yeah, indeed. What are your best scenarios?
The three most promising incursions each follow one of these tactics. My teams have been running simulations and refining their targets, but I'd like you to assist them using a special quantum recursive algorithm. our simulators can run the outcome of a possible incursion on the holodeck. Interacting with that simulation will give us more data than just crunching the numbers. We need to really interact with it to see what reality would look like, and for that, I need someone like you with field experience.
Alright, test incursion scenarios in the holodeck. So we have 3 choices here. I'm not sure about changing time, but simulations can't hurt. It sounds like a fascinating experience, or I'll do anything that will help us win this war. I'll go with the first one. Alright. So, we gotta go over here and speak with Alpha Team Leader Sofin, right here.
Hello. Please allow me to explain what we're doing here. We've determined that if we remove a specific series of stars from the Beta Quadrant in the distant past, a rogue planet will enter the Iconia system and cause massive geological damage at about the same time the planet was bombarded by the Iconians' enemies. The technological buildup of the orbital bombardment that destroyed the Iconian civilization will still happen, but the Iconians themselves will have to deal with a natural disaster, not a war.
Alright, and you think this is better than a war?
Maybe the survivors of a natural disaster, if there are any, won't be so vengeful, and none of the stars we will remove have planets with the possibility of developing life. The overall effect on the galaxy is minimal. It's a painful path, but it could be the one that leads to peace.
Alright, does make sense there. So I don't know if I like the idea of removing entire stars. This seems rather extreme, doesn't it? And if this works, it still won't avenge the fallen. We'll go with the first one.
The number of stars we will have to remove is a concern, which is why we're trying this in a simulation first. But as Captain Nog said, these simulations aren't perfect, so we have devised a holodeck program that will expand and extrapolate on possible effects of the temporal incursion.
Alright, you're giving a lot of weight to the holodeck.
It's the best option we have available to us. The holodeck's algorithms have been updated to change and adapt to the data created by the simulated timeline alteration. This is not your average holo novel.
Alright, very well. What do you need me to do?
Once we run the program, you'll be able to interact with our best approximation of the new timeline. Interaction with the holodeck components will allow the program to generate a more in-depth solution and give us a better idea of what to expect. We have set this simulation on a Federation starship patrolling the Sol system, and you are the captain. If all goes as planned, we expect that almost everything in the system should be close to current reality.
Alright, understood. I'll run the program. Sounds good. We got the holodeck right up here. So, investigate alteration alpha. Run program. Ooh, this is a cool looking holodeck. I will say that for sure. So let's run program alpha. Okay. We're in the middle of a battle. Speak to the crewman. Wait a second. This is a weird looking Federation starship.
Captain, you're alive! We repelled the intruders on the bridge, but the ship has taken heavy damage, and a lot of the crew are injured.
Okay, what's the situation?
Sir, I'm not sure this is the time. So many people are hurt, and most of the systems are offline. The life support is on backups, and our resources are down to nothing, and...
Okay, I'll help the wounded, but you need to help me. What happened?
The Dominion stopped firing at us when we lost weapons. Now they're focusing on Earth's defense grid, but it's only a matter of time before they return to finish us off.
We'll stabilize the crew and fight back. This isn't over. Alright, stabilize injured crewmen. We have 3 of them to take care of.
I tried to fight them off, but the boarding parties, the Jem'Hadar, we have to stop the Dominion. They can't take Earth too.
Don't worry, we'll stop them. And Earth too. Who else did they take over? Okay, stabilized injured crewmen.
We can't stop them. Maybe if we hadn't been at war with the Romulans. Maybe if the Klingons hadn't ripped themselves apart. I'll be fine, Captain. Just rattled.
Alright, go to sickbay if you need to. Let's talk to the next one here, see what you gotta say. After we stabilized your injuries.
I never expected they would get so far into our defenses. I'm sorry, Captain. I just need a moment. Then I'll be ready to fight.
Alright, whenever you're ready.
Incoming hail!
Okay, we gotta answer the hail up here on the screen.
USS Ajax. Sensors show your ship is completely defenseless, and I would prefer not to delay our arrival at Earth to deal with such a minor annoyance. Surrender now, and I will guarantee the safety of your crew.
Okay, we will never surrender. Never give up, never surrender. Get data from simulation console, which is right here. Accessing ship's computer. Warning, hull breaches on deck 4, 5, and 6. Emergency force fields engaged. Hull integrity 22.8%. Weapons offline. Shields offline. Life support. Emergency backups engaged. Okay, so quadrant casualty report. Betazoid status taken. Estimated casualties 3 billion. Tellar Prime status taken. Estimated casualties 2.5 billion. Vulcan status uninhabitable. Estimated casualties 9.4 billion. That does not sound good. See, Captain's personal log. Captain's personal log, stardate 87319.0. We haven't seen the bulk of the enemy fleet in 3 days, but their scouts continue to harass us. Vulcan is lost, Andoria is in flames. Romulus, Tellar Prime, Beta Z, Trill, ashes. If the Romulans had joined us, maybe this would have been different. The Klingons barely had enough ships left to patrol their home system. They weren't a threat anymore. We were offering friendship, but the Romulans refused us. And then the Dominion came and took everything. Okay. Also not good. Scan for Iconian activity. Long-range sensors are offline. There is no Iconian activity in the immediate area. Okay, download all the data. And speak to Alpha Team Leader Sofin and program. Alrighty then, let's head out of here and talk to him. So that doesn't seem like a great idea to go with.
Sorry, we were watching from the control room, and that could have gone better.
Yeah, no kidding.
Even with all that, the simulation data on whether the Iconians were entirely eliminated from that timeline is inconclusive. We were able to record your interactions, and we've been able to piece together what happened from those.
Alright, what did you find?
From what we can piece together, the Klingon Empire was never unified by its conflicts against outsiders, and the great houses turned on one another instead. The Romulans took the chaos as an opportunity to attack. The Federation stepped in to help the Klingons, and the war between the three factions basically ripped the quadrant apart.
Awesome.
The Dominion then conquered all three weakened powers.
Yep, that's not our solution for sure.
Agreed. My team will continue working on other possible incursion scenarios.
Alright, speak to researchers about the beta scenario. Perhaps we can weaken their power base. So, the next one is over here. Okay, beta team leader Noya.
Another one of you Voyagers? I don't know how you can help, but very well. My team is working on scenarios that reduce the Iconian power base. We're attempting to do so by fixing a mistake that Janeway allowed to happen decades ago. We're going to stop the Vaadwaur from being rediscovered.
Okay.
We plan to do this by preventing Voyager from ever coming into contact with underspace. This will prevent them from finding Vaadwaur Prime. And 7 of 9 will never wake the Vaadwaur.
Alright, and I suppose leaving the Vaadwaur in stasis will help the Kremen too? Then there's the other choice. I don't know what you mean by Voyager. I never served on that ship. Well, as a fan of the series, I know what it means, so we'll just go with this one.
None of us are going to survive if we don't try to repair the damage you've already done. The goal is to cause a solar flare that will force Voyager to divert from the course it was on when it stumbled into underspace. If it safely passes without entering underspace, it can continue on its trip home and bypass the Vaadwaur entirely.
Alright, I suppose that might work.
The simulation is set for the USS Voyager, which is fitting since they caused the problem in the first place. Our projections show that even if the Vaudois never return, your people will still find a reason to stick your noses into our business. So we're attempting to see how the elimination of the Vaudois will change the formation of the Delta Alliance. You will be a member of the diplomatic team.
Okay, well, this is a very angry guy. I'll go ahead and run the program. Alright. He's arrogant and angry. Let's see. Hopefully, speak with researcher Claudia. Turn around. We don't need to come in here yet. We got to speak to a different researcher first, who's right next to him. Gotcha.
Don't mind Noi. I think he partially blames people from your quadrant for some of the Krennin's troubles. After all, if Voyager hadn't restored the Vought War, they would have never been in a position to ally with the Iconians. But there is no reason to dwell on past hurts. We're trying to fix what we can here, and then learn to accept the rest. Noi funnels that passion to help his people into his work. Perhaps it will change everything.
Okay, so this lady here, she kind of reminds me of that one species in Star Trek Enterprise who is a big part of the Temporal War. So we'll all need to work together to defeat the Iconians. I'm sure we can find common ground, or thank you for your honesty. I'll do that.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Both Captain Nog and Seven speak highly of you.
Well, thank you. Excuse me, but I'm sure I've met anyone from your species before. What do you do here? Noya doesn't seem to like us much, or goodbye. I'm gonna say this.
My name is Claudia, and I am a Tutarian. We're from a region of the Delta Quadrant Voyager never visited, so we haven't had much contact with species from the Alpha and Beta quadrants until now. However, my world has had close ties with the Krenim for several years. Now that they are actively pursuing temporal technology, I chose to join them and lend whatever assistance I can. I miss my home, but I've made a new one here. Meeting Noi has opened me up to a world beyond my own.
Alright, I see.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Both Captain Nog and
Alright,
Seven
so
speak
goodbye.
highly.
You are the weakest link, bye-bye. Let's go ahead and run Holodeck Simulation Beta and see if this one will actually do anything that's not a horrible disaster. Okay, so interact with simulation personnel, speak to Ambassador Sigoihar.
This is an absolute disaster. I had thought that Admiral Tuvok was being pessimistic about the chance for success here, but now I think he was right.
Alright, alliance making isn't a quick process, that's for sure.
No, it's not. The hierarchy started setting these people against one another before Admiral Tuvok and his team could start to pull them together. The very fact that they all agreed to be in the same room is a minor miracle.
Okay, do you think you can bring them together?
Eventually. Between Vulcan logic, Klingon tenacity, and Romulan pragmatism, we'll convince everyone here that the threat is real, and an alliance is in their best interest. But it won't be easy. Now, if you'll excuse me, I see I have another argument to break up.
Okay, good luck, Ambassador. So, what I'll speak to Talaxian representative right over here. Looks like they're fighting with the Malon representative.
We've always tried to be good neighbors and treat other races with respect, but this is really too much. The Malon are using our system as a dump, and their trash isn't our problem.
Alright, you have a right to be concerned, but please calm down. What do you think about the hierarchy becoming more aggressive, or the Malon aren't the biggest danger to your people? I'll just go with that one.
The Malon might not be the biggest threat, but they are the most immediate. Wait until they start dumping their trash in your front yard, and see how you like it.
Jeez, calm down. Alright, keep talking to the Malon. Perhaps you can find a compromise. Okay, let's talk to the Malon representative now.
Are you here to preach about responsible waste management too?
Yeah?
You can save it. I have a commitment to my people and my planet that supersedes any other concerns.
Alright, we got 3 things here. Maybe there is someplace else you can dump your waste without harming others. The Talaxians are concerned about waste on their borders? Or what do you think of the hierarchy? I'm gonna ask this one because it does make sense. I mean, they could just dump anywhere else.
We don't need outsiders telling us what to do. If the Talaxians want to talk, they can come to us directly.
Okay, let me see if there's another way to get you interested in joining this conversation. Alright. So use the console to conduct research. Right over here. Accessing.
The Malon have resisted attempts to accept less hazardous waste management practices and continue dumping waste throughout the quadrant. The most at-risk populations are the Talaxians, who have a new colony close to Malon dumping grounds. The Malon have moved into Talaxian space to avoid hierarchy attacks.
Okay.
Diplomatic relations between the Malon and Talaxians are rapidly deteriorating. The Malon have accused the Talaxians of working with the hierarchy, a charge the Talaxians strenuously deny.
Analysis.
The Benthans could possibly pressure the Malon to return to the negotiation table.
Okay, sounds interesting. So I guess we gotta talk to the Benthan representative. Yes.
Yes, what is your question? I am rather busy. The Hazari are stepping up their smuggling operations, and the hierarchy's new drive for profits has created a significant increase in attacks on unaligned transports.
Alright, would the Benthans be willing to assist the Talaxians in their negotiation with the Malon? What do you think of the hierarchy's current actions? Or, sorry to trouble you, I'll talk to the Hazari. I'll do this one first.
We have enough to do at the moment without getting into a dispute that doesn't concern us. The hierarchy is harassing our supply lines, and I'm convinced they're behind the losses we've taken over the past 3 months. We're having to double up patrols, which means we're leaving holes the Hazari can slip through. The Malon are a headache we don't need.
Okay, I found that working with allies usually brings about positive results.
Yes, what is your question?
All right,
I'm rather busy.
We'll just go with
The
sorry
Hazari are
to
stepping up
to
their
trouble you.
smuggling
I'll talk to the
operations,
Hazari.
And good luck with that. The Hazari aren't interested in anything but making deals. This whole meeting is just a waste of time. Unity might work where you come from, but I don't have any reason to cooperate with criminals like the Hazari or thugs like the hierarchy.
Okay, maybe I can convince them differently. So speak to the Hazari representative.
What do you want? Did the Benthans make you one of their little deputies? Or was it the Malon? Before everyone broke ties with the hierarchy, they told us what people say about us. Mercenaries. Honorless. Ha! They all deny it. But we know. Now we look out for ourselves.
Okay, would you be willing to pull out of Benthan space? What do you think of the hierarchy? And if that's how you think, I guess we're done. I'll go with the first one first and see what they say.
No. We need to make a living, same as the rest of you. If the Benthans would take out the hierarchy on our borders, we wouldn't be forced to move into Benthan space. But no, they won't do that. They don't think mercenaries rate protection.
Alright, so most of these people, they really seem like they don't even want to try to make any compromises. So it sounds like you should be working with the Benthans, not against them.
What do you want?
Alright, if that's how you think, I guess we're done.
Fine. Run back to the Benthans. I'll be here if you want to talk business.
Sorry, but I'm not in the market for mercenaries. Okay, let's talk to the ambassador again.
Unraveling this mess could take months, years.
You're the right man for this job, ambassador. And everybody's leaving. Okay, well, let's download data from console and see what we have for this simulation. Welcome, Diplomatic Attaché Bagel. Quadrant Threat Report.
The number of planets the hierarchy have taken outright has increased 20% over the past 6 months. A push for higher profits has prompted steady growth of hierarchy territory. Reports of abductions in areas near hierarchy space have increased by 77.2%. However, this data has not been confirmed by outside sources because few Delta Quadrant species are willing to share information with the Federation. Further investigation is needed.
Okay, ship's log. Ambassador's log, stardate 87234.5. Our allies in the Kiana system have been invaded by hierarchy forces. The Kiana colony is a small farming community with no strategic value, so the attack simply doesn't make sense. According to the one survivor we managed to find, the hierarchy were working with the Alachi. The Alachi took captives to an unknown location. Well, that doesn't sound like it stopped the Iconians any, because we got the Alachis working here. So, scan for Iconian activity. Long-range sensors are detecting both Herald and Iconian readings. While they do not appear to be in active conflict with Alliance forces, you're seeing more ships than normal. There are both Herald and Iconian signals in hierarchy space. It appears the Heralds may be using that area as a staging ground for a coordinated attack with the hierarchy on high-value targets throughout the Delta Quadrant. Cross-checking with Voyager's logs show a similar situation in the Alpha and Beta quadrants. Okay, so it doesn't look like this one works. Let's download the data, like so, and program. So, we gotta go talk to the angry Noya guy again, the Anoya guy, and tell him that his simulation is crap. So, what's up, Noya?
Damn, that was useless.
Yes, it was.
The Iconians were so determined to have a hold here that they simply found another species to fit the bill. Maybe if you had been a better negotiator, you would have been able to unite those representatives against the hierarchy. Then at least we would have had a chance.
Yeah, except nothing I said worked, obviously, and maybe we wouldn't.
This scenario isn't as catastrophic as trying to remove the Iconians, but it's not exactly ideal either. We'll have to try something else.
Yes, this isn't going to work.
You must excuse my husband's harsh demeanor. This has been a very trying time for the Krenim. Thank you for helping us get this far. We'll keep working.
Okay, thank you, Claudia.
Trust my wife to be the voice of reason. Perhaps I was too hard on you. I just want to be able to fix all of this. We can't turn back time, but we can change it. Please, speak to Gamma Team. Captain Nog thinks very highly of their plan.
Alright, thank you. I'll speak to Gamma Team, which is right over here. Speak to Team Leader Jalen.
Hello. We've been waiting for you. Our team is focusing on delaying tactics. What if Iconia had never been discovered?
Oh, yeah.
In 2365, Captain Donald Varley of the USS Yamato found a star chart on Denias 3 that revealed the location of Iconia. I want to redirect a meteor to impact the archaeological site on Denias 3 before Captain Varley begins his excavations. Iconia will remain a myth, and we will not attract the Iconians' attention as early as we did.
Alright, but that's just a delay. Another gateway was found a few years later.
True, but if you compare the changes in Iconian technology over the past 200,000 years with what the rest of us have done in the past 2 centuries, it's obvious that the Iconian culture has stagnated while we have advanced rapidly.
Indeed.
Additionally, there are other factors in play that could trigger the alliances and sharing of technology that have come about because of the Iconian threat. It's a risk, but it's one that could pay off.
Alright, I see why you're trying this on a holodeck first.
The program is set for Romulan space. Because the Hobus supernova was caused by direct Iconian interference, we expect Romulus to be intact in this new reality. As such, the Romulan Star Empire should once again be a major power in the quadrant. Your role will be as an officer on a Romulan warbird.
Well, that doesn't sound like something that the Romulan Republic would be very happy about, so restore the Romulan Star Empire. Understood, I'll run the program.
Yes, to call it a huge change would be an understatement. Please be aware that nothing will be done unless the Republic agrees this is the best possible solution. There is already a team here working on the possible restoration of Romulus, and Commander Jirak has been authorized to speak for the Republic if needed. The fact that our data shows delaying the Iconian arrival will also save Romulus is an interesting coincidence, But it does not mean we will accept the solution without looking at other options.
Alright, sounds good. I see.
The program is set for Romulan space. Because the Hobus supernova was caused by direct Iconian interference, we expect Romulus to be intact in this new reality. As
Alright,
such,
yep, we've
the
already heard
Romulan Star
that.
Empire
Sorry about that.
should
So,
once again
understood,
be a
I'll run the
major
program.
power-
Good. Let's head up here and run the gamma simulation and see if this one is any better than those other two horrible ones. Okay. Commander Tamar is waiting for you, sir. Okay. Is Commander Tamar up here? It looks like we're heading in the right direction, I hope. Wait. Okay, Commander Tamar.
Sub-Commander. I'd like to test out some new security passcodes. If you'd be so kind as to seal the doors and disable certain, equipment, we need to talk.
Okay, disable the Tal Shiar listening devices and seal the door. Understood, Commander? So, right over here. Sealing the door. Disable Tal Shiar listening devices. Got one there. I think it's... Okay, that's the only one. And now we can, go back and talk to Tamar?
Thank you for playing along, Sub-Commander. The Tal Shiar can't hear us now. I need to talk to you about Datan and the Separatists. They've been located near the Dewa system. What we do next could change our future.
Okay. The only thing I know about the Separatists is what I've heard through official channels. What do you know? Or you're not asking if we should attack them, are you? Go with the first one.
Datan has been inspired by Spock's teaching. He and many others have left the homeworld and are gathered together in a flotilla somewhere near Tal Dewa. Datan and his allies have been making overtures of peace to both the Federation and the Klingons. Because of this, they have enough support that even the Tal Shiar won't take direct action against them. The Borg are at our borders. The Empire can't fight the Collective and the Separatists at the same time.
Okay, so what does that mean for us?
Thank you for playing along, Sub-Commander.
Alright. So you're not asking if we should attack them, are you?
If I was, I wouldn't have needed you to lock the door. I intend to put Lieutenant Salon in the brig, and then take this ship and crew to join the Separatists. Are you with me?
If we do this, we will be traitors to the Empire.
I know. I have tried to work within the system, but the system is broken and corrupt. Datan and his people are building something better. You and I both know it. The crew knows it. We will take this warbird to Datan, and we will finally be free.
Okay, we have to do what is best for our people. So, unseal the door. Right here. And we'll find out what's going on in this simulation. Confront Lieutenant Salon on the bridge. Is that you? Nope. Who's Lieutenant Salon? Hello? Is there a Lieutenant Salon in here? Okay, no there isn't. Let's see. Okay, guys. Oh, guys. Yep, speak with Lieutenant Salon.
Secret conversations between the commander and one of his senior officers? Very suspicious. Loyal citizens of the Romulan Star Empire have no need for locked doors.
Okay. Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to accompany the security team to the brig.
Tamer, you are a fool, and you will be the death of everyone on this ship. Datan and his people are terrorists. If you join them, you will share their fate.
You are under arrest. Please comply, and you will not be harmed. Now what?
My friends, it is time we forge our own destiny. A destiny free from the tyranny of the Tal Shiar. If we leave, we will have a better, brighter future than what they would allow us. I know this is a step into the unknown, but it is a step we will take together. Throw off your chains. We will join our brothers and sisters in freedom.
Woohoo! Yeah! Okay, speak with Con Officer. Right down here. What do you gotta say?
I wanted to let you know that I am with you and Commander Tamer. Some of my family has left Romulus to join Datan. I'll be proud to join them.
Alright, set a course for the Dawa system. Or the Dewa system. Get data from simulation console. Right here. Oop, wrong side. So, what do you gotta say? Notice to all hands, the seminar, Traitors in Our Midst, the historical execution of traitors to the Star Empire, has been moved to 2100 hours. Attendance is mandatory for all officers not on duty at this time. Okay, so Quadrant status report. Okay, notice all ship commanders, Starfleet vessels have been assisting New Romulus in areas near the neutral zone. Imperial ships are being dispatched in a show of force. Any ships harboring or assisting the Separatists are to be fired upon. There are no exceptions. Words. Ships in Group Gamma are being reassigned to patrols in the area targeted by the Borg. Contacts are regular, but vigilance is needed to eradicate the threat and protect our colony worlds. Okay, Commander's personal log. Commander's personal log, triple encryption protocol Zeta 6. Gaius is becoming suspicious. I've been speaking to members of the senior staff, and most are in favor of making a run for the flotilla and joining Datan. But I remain cautious. They are doing the right thing, but the Borg are nipping at our heels. Every ship the fleet loses might be one needed to protect Romulus in our hour of need. But what is left there to protect? Okay, yeah? So, scan for Iconian activity. Long-range sensors show no Herald or Iconian signatures, and there are no references to Heralds in the ship's database. The only reference to the Iconians are in the historical files, and most refer to the Iconians as a myth. There are heightened levels of Borg activity throughout the Beta Quadrant, and multiple colony worlds have been assimilated. The Romulan fleets are on high alert, but have not been able to make major inroads against the Collective. Alright, sounds a little bit better than all the other ones we've had so far, so download the data. End program. So let's report to Gamma Team Leader, Jalen, and see what she has to say now. Definitely one of the better options we've seen. So what does she think?
That is the most promising simulation yet.
Yeah?
It appears there was some merit to our hypothesis that the Iconians advanced their plans due to early contact.
Alright, but it's not perfect by any means.
The readings do indicate higher levels of Borg activity, but it should be an acceptable risk.
Okay, do you think this could be our solution, or this is a major alteration to the timeline? We should be cautious. I'll go with that one.
The data in this simulation does show higher Borg activity than we're currently seeing, but there are no signs of Herald, Iconian, or Solanae presence at all. And while the Romulan Star Empire is restored to their former power, there is a democratic Romulan group opposing the Tal Shiar. And more importantly, Romulus is intact. This is the result many of our Romulan researchers have been trying to bring about.
Alright, and the Republic should be pretty happy about it, because the resistance with Datan still exists, and they have a new Romulus anyway. But this isn't our reality. We'll be significantly altering everything we know.
The political calculus of the quadrant will change, but the data supports what you saw on the holodeck. No Iconians. We have solid projections. The only suggestion I have now is that you consider it in conjunction with Captain Nog and the Republic representatives here.
Alright, I'll discuss it with them, but I'm not making any promises. Okay, let's go talk to Captain Nog and Commander Jarek.
This last test has the most promising results I've seen, and saving the Romulan homeworld is an added bonus. We're not going to have a lot of shots at this. I've been looking at Anorex's work, and I think it's too easy to get into a temporal loop where you try again and again for a specific result, and time starts fighting back. I'm inclined to say this is our best chance. But this will have a huge impact on the reality we know, especially your people, Commander Jirok. I won't give my authorization without hearing from everyone.
Alright, we can't move forward without considering the effect on the Republic. Commander Jarek?
This is difficult. It would change everything for us. We'd have our home back, but the Republic, everything we've built, it would all be gone. But there's still hope. Even in this other reality, Datan has led many Romulans away from Sela and her Tal Shiar thugs.
Okay, yeah, this impacts the Republic most of all.
The simulation specifically mentioned Datan and a separatist movement. Commander Tamer makes the choice to join Datan, the same choice he made after the homeworld was lost.
Exactly.
With Romulus, we could have numbers. More people who have had enough of the Tal Shiar's oppression could join us. Maybe millions more.
Yeah.
If Datan is able to get a movement going, even at the height of the Empire's power, I have to believe that change is possible.
Yeah, it could be amazing. I mean, you could have a lot more of your people left alive, and a real, movement could be a lot more possible. So, what do you think we should do?
Make the incursion.
Oh,
The lives we save will be worth the work we'll have to do to reform the Republic. The Tal Shiar wasn't able to stop us the first time. They won't stop us again.
Exactly. If the Romulan Republic thinks it's worth the risk, then we should try it. Sir, we have been informed that the Lasat and the Krenim vessel will be traveling with us to the site of the temporal incursion. The Krenim vessel has the weapon on board, and the Lasat will provide additional security and manpower if needed. Understood? Anything else? All three vessels will be temporarily shielded to protect us from changes in the timeline. As long as that shield holds, we will be able to observe the changes and even interact with them, but we will not be part of the new timeline. Captain Nog says the temporal shield generators can be damaged. We'll need to be careful. We can beam you up to the bagels as soon as you're ready. Alright, let's prepare for immediate departure.
Target acquired and locked. Activating weapon. Incursion complete.
It
Okay.
will be good to see the world of my birth again. Elements? Is that Romulus? It's been completely assimilated.
Well, crap. That's not great.
Yes, I think we have a problem.
Yep, Houston,
No.
we have a problem.
We expected to see some Borg activity, but this can't be right.
Yeah, what happened?
I agree that this is unexpected, Commander, but we knew there would be anomalies. We need more information. Let's find out where the simulation might have gone wrong.
Alright, stay on the edge of the system. Jirok and I will move in for sensor sweeps. The last thing we need is the Borg assimilating the Krenim weapon. Yep, that would be bad.
The whole system can't be assimilated, can it? That is a lot of Borg.
Okay, scan Romulus for data centers.
According to these scans, the planet has been completely assimilated. I'm not detecting any non-Borg life signs. This is bad. Really, really bad. We need to fix this.
Yeah, agreed.
Borg ships decloaking. Red alert.
Great, the Borg have cloaks now. Shields up.
First the Klingons, now the Borg. Does everyone steal cloaking technology from us?
Yeah, and they even let the Federation use cloaking technology during the war with the Dominion in Deep Space Nine series when they were working with the Federation.
Borg reinforcements on an intercept course.
Oh gosh, it's a cube. Okay, I love when those things get stuck on the screen. Ouch, 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 ouch. Nope. Try to make sure to use our abilities, and we're dead. Alright, we're back alive, and we just gotta finish this one last squadron, and we should be good to go. Except they keep removing our shields. Get out of here! Abort! Abort! Okay. Not an easy thing to do, that's for sure. And okay, we took out the cube. We just have the probes left, which are pretty easy. One down, one left. And they've done it. Okay. So we gotta hail Captain Nog, which will happen after the red alert is gone.
We need more information before we can fix this. I'll keep the Krenim ship well out of Borg sensor range while you go in and find out what happened. Hurry. More Borg will be arriving soon.
Alright, won't we be affected by the timeline shift once we leave the ship?
I've modified some personal shield generators to shield you temporally as well. I'm transporting them over now. Hurry. The temporal shielding drains a lot of power. You won't have much time down there before you're unprotected. If that happens, this will be your new reality.
Alright, understood. We'll get the data. Okay. We have the temporal shield for the away team, sir. And Claudia says she is concerned about the weapon. We probably only have one more shot before the capacitors burn out, so we need to get this right now and get back to a timeline that's not overrun by the Borg. Sensors are detecting a mainframe that should have the data you need. The Lasat will remain to protect the Krenim ship, while you and Commander Jarok beam down to gather information. Alright, let's transport to the Unimatrix.
We need more data to plot a possible solution. With any luck, the Borg will have what we need. Maybe. Our focus is on restoration. There is a computer node in this area of the Unimatrix that should have what we need. Find the node and download all the data you can from the point where we made our incursion. That should help us find out how to fix this.
Okay, download all data from the computer node. We'll find the data.
I'm going to join you. I know this place. Or at least I knew this place. Before we lost the homeworld, it was a Tal Shiar complex. Most of the secrets of our empire were stored here. I thought I was getting my home back, but now the Borg have taken it all away. This is like losing Romulus all over again.
Alright, I'll do what I can to help, Commander.
The controls ahead of us will unlock the bulkheads.
Alright, let's hurry up.
The whole planet. All our people. They're Borg.
Okay, time to fight the Borg. This is something we're going to get used to when we go back. We don't have the things for doing our adaptation to Borg technology on us. I can always get them. They're pretty cheap. Let's see. Okay, override door controls. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, we're going to be fighting the Borg more when we're done with these storylines here. Let me go back to the earlier stories. So continue towards the node.
I can't believe we were so wrong.
Alright, looks like we're going to have more. Yep. Hopefully, yep, they're adapted. And, yep, I probably need one of those things so I can actually do damage to them. But everybody else is doing damage at least.
I'll override the door controls.
Alright, alright. We'll just try to get this done. It's not going to be too much time to fight them. So, yeah. If anything, our away team can still do damage to them. Join Jarok at the door. Yeah, I'm here. Do I need to do anything else? I'm here. Cover Jarok. Yeah, oh, okay, yep, here we go. Incoming! Okay, there we go. Starting to do some damage to him now. At least our teams are. Just try to use these abilities so they can increase their damage to them. Oh wow, even our way team isn't doing that well with them. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to keep firing so I make sure that they are doing their job, even though we can't do any damage because they've already adapted to our weaponry. Okay, looking good.
Got it.
Okay, there we go. I'm glad you got it. Let's move on. Hopefully we don't have to fight too many more
We
Borg.
have to find a way to make this right.
Yep, here we go. More of them.
Is futile.
Well, impressive. Come on, guys. Keep shooting at them. There you go. Just grab that lockbox and keep moving. Now what?
There.
Oh.
That's the access node console we need.
Okay. Access knowledge node.
Locked. We'll have to circumvent their security measures.
Uh-oh.
Wait! Incoming Borg!
Yep. First we got to deal with more Borg. Dodging and burning. Let's see. Man, it's a little slow with me not being able to do much to them with all the adapting. Here, let's just go ahead. We go to replicator. Frequency remodulator. Get that guy like so. And just put him on our bar there. Okay. Now we can actually do something. Where is it? Alright, it's still loading up so that we can actually use it and do damage. Come on. Hurry up. There we go. Now we're going to do damage to him. Okay, there we go. Woohoo! We can do damage again. Let's try and set you ablaze. And did they really adapt already? It's kind of annoying how quickly they can adapt sometimes. Wow, look at that. Colas is dead. Big surprise. Okay, that guy's adapted. Man, I forget how often it can be annoying fighting the Borg and having to readapt and wait for the adaptation to get done so we can actually do damage again. Can make fighting the Borg a very slow process. Look at that, already adapted again. It's like you only get 2 uses of your weapons fires before you have to adapt again. Come on. And they're adapted again. Awesome. Is anybody else going to do damage? Okay. Now they're taken care of. So we have to go up top to get other consoles. Got console 3 of them. Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. Up. Yep, I'm glad I went ahead and got the remodulator, because this is going to be a decent amount of fighting, actually. Oh wow, you sure got knocked back, and you've adapted again. Okay, woohoo! We can do it. I probably need to get those on our officers as well.
When we lost the homeworld, I thought that was the worst thing that could happen to us.
Not complete annihilation from the Borg.
You will be assimilated.
Pretty much feels like we just gotta shoot twice, remodulate, and then keep going. Alright, there we go. We've already taken care of Beta. We just gotta go to the other guy right down here, and we will be all done.
This was Romulan technology once, but it's been completely assimilated.
Oh.
Akiv?
You will become one with the Borg.
Akiv.
Resistance is futile.
Well, yeah. Awesome. Now time to fight Akiv, which we probably should have tried to take care of these guys first, so we did not have multiple groups to have to fight with. Or fight against, I mean. Oh, sorry guys, it's such a long fight, but that'll happen when you're having to fight with the Borg. And this is definitely going to be a longer episode, but I did warn you, a lot of the Iconian storyline missions are quite long, but quite epic in story. And some of the best Star Trek story as well. Are you seriously adapted again? Yes, you are. At least we can move when we're adapting our weapons. We aren't stuck. And now we just have the what is he? The Secundus of Borg? Ha ha! Secundus of Borg. Come on, don't. I'm adapted. The Borg are so annoying, and we're dead. And we're dead. Somebody come help me. Revive me, please. Come on, Flores, you can do it. I believe in you. Okay, now it's just Secundus of Borg. And he's nearly done. Just use our ability so everybody does increased damage to the boy. Do a remodulation. And fire everything! Do it! Take him out! Hurry up! Yes, we've done it! Oh, wow, purple! Nice! Okay, download data right over here. Like so. I might have cut out some of that fight just to try to make the episode shorter because it was so long and annoying. So, input query, open temporal records. Accessing temporal records. Drone 2 of 18 reporting to Alcove 12 Gamma for daily regeneration. Okay, that doesn't really show us much. Break down records by year and provide a summary of events for Romulus system only. Display results with oldest entries first. Okay, stardate 68589.04. Romulus system added to the collective. Stardate 68590 to 69,000. Unimatrix established in orbit of Romulus, designated Unimatrix 652. Stardate 69,000 to 70,000. All adjuncts of Unimatrix 652 redesignated into Trimatrices 1152 through 1274. Download data.
It looks like the main invasion of Romulan space occurred about 20 years ago. Something happened in the Delta Quadrant. The Borg assimilated something that greatly improved their technology. They adapted, evolved, and my people, they didn't have a chance. Maybe it's our fate to lose Romulus.
Maybe. All we can do now is try to restore the previous timeline. Maybe this will help. Alright, there are Borg signatures on approach. You need to get out of there, sir. Alright, beam us up.
Let's get out of here. There are more than 20 Borg ships on an intercept course.
Alright, understood.
More Borg on the way.
Let's get out of
Borg
here.
decloaking.
Oh, great. Nothing like decloaking Borg. Let's turn back around. Suck it, Sphere. Hopefully not another cube to come out, because cubes are definitely annoying.
Resist this.
Resist this, fish. Sounds like something Janeway would say. Okay, rock and roll. To keep up our resistance. Because resistance is not futile.
Hurry! We're under attack!
Nog?
We're losing power. Send the data now before we lose temporal shielding.
Alright, sending the data now.
Focus on your repairs. We will make sure the data is preserved.
Alright,
Data
compressing.
is compressed and ready.
Modulating subspace communication.
Communications array is ready.
Open secure transfer.
Secure channel confirmed.
Send data to timeship.
Data received.
I'm running the numbers now. If we target the Borg transwarp network, the Borg may never be able to reach Romulus.
It is a great risk. The Borg have a great deal of influence on the timeline, and there is no time to run simulations.
Yeah.
Do we have a choice?
Not
We do
really.
not. Targeting the transwarp network.
Firing the weapon, now!
Did it do it? Are we saved? And
The Borg are gone. But so is Romulus.
Yep.
Romulus isn't the only thing we lost. Temporal shielding is failing.
What happened?
The Borg did too much damage to the generators. If we lose the temporal shielding, we'll all reintegrate with the timeline.
Has anything else changed?
Checking. No. The Tutarians. They're gone.
What? How?
I see the problem. 20 years ago, your people tried to replicate the work of the Solanae to protect themselves from the Borg. In this timeline, they failed.
Well.
Temporal shield is at 8%.
No, I need to restabilize the shields.
I'm downloading my personal files into the shielded core. You'll have all my research notes and everything we've recorded from this mission.
You're giving up? When the shield fails, if the Tutarians were lost in the past, then you'll be lost too.
Temporal shield is losing integrity.
Is there anything we can do?
No, we all knew the risks. I love...
And goodbye. There has been a development, Captain. Captain Nog, Commander Jarek, and the Krenim researchers are waiting for you in the conference room to go over their findings. Speak to the research team in the conference room. I'll meet with them there, then. Sounds good. We have to go across the way here. Wait. Let's just go into the hallway. That'll be faster. And see what they have to say. It's weird, we just got here to find out and do some simulations, and they changed things up, so what's going on?
We found a temporally shielded computer core, and it shows 2 uses of the Krenim weapon. But as far as I know, the Iconians are still out there. We changed the timeline, but we didn't fix our most important problem.
Yeah, what was in the core, or how different is the world now? Let's see, what was in the core?
We haven't dug that far into the data yet, and it will take some in-depth investigation to catalog all of the changes. Noi is going to lead the group taking care of that. I will say it is odd to find personal logs I don't remember making.
Yeah, I imagine that would be strange.
Very. But from what we've already seen, it appears the reason the weapon was fired twice was because we had to try to correct a change we made. Technology like this seems so simple, but even the smallest change can make more trouble than it solves. We have to be more cautious. Far more cautious than we've already been, I suppose. The next mistake might not be fixable. Time alteration might not be the answer. There are some problems that can't be solved with a weapon. But time travel... Look, whatever happens, it was good working with you. I hope we have the chance to do so in the future.
Alright, yeah, good working with you too, Captain Nog. I hope to get to see you soon as well, which we already know we do get to see Nog again with the Victory is Life expansion. So, yeah, speak with Commander Jarek and speak with lead researcher Noi. So, let's try Jarek first.
We've put so much hope into using the Krenim technology to solve our problems. Perhaps I was caught up in the possibilities and blind to the potential for disaster. We tried and we failed. But this isn't the end. We'll keep looking at the simulations as well as any other option open to us. I have to have faith that we will find a way to defeat the Iconians.
Alright, we'll discover what happened and move on from there. It's all we can do. Alright, talk to researcher Adrana.
I was conducting another simulation, and all of a sudden I got an emergency call telling me to stop everything. I will be looking at whatever data we managed to save to try and determine what went wrong. Maybe we can try again after we know more.
Yeah, I hope you find something. We can't afford another incident like that.
It has been good to have you here. But we will have to consider if time alteration is really the best course of action. Of all the records we have of time travel, few have as drastic a result as this. Perhaps removing elements from the time stream isn't the solution we need.
Yeah, perhaps. Goodbye. So, last one here, we got Noi. So, what do you got to say, Noi? Are you an angry fellow as usual?
I have a lot of information to analyze. The shielded core appears to have made it through the process intact, and will give us a wealth of data on the timeline and how the changes have affected it. Clearly, you made a mistake somewhere.
Right.
I still feel this is the best technology available to us, but we will need minds sufficient to the task to operate it.
Okay, if you say so, goodbye. You are annoying. Sir, I'm concerned about using time travel to solve the Iconian situation, but it is one of the only options we have that they don't. I hope whatever the Alliance decides to do, we don't end up in a worse situation than we're already in. Are you ready to transport back to the Bagels? Yes, let's return back to the ship. Okay, we have returned back to sector space. Let's hail Captain Kagrin to find out what's happening.
Captain Nog tells me that the initial test of the Crinum weapon was less than promising. He says that he and his team have a great deal of data still to analyze. But I do not believe they will find much that will assist us. Removing elements from the time stream is reckless, and while our options are limited, we should not destroy ourselves in a fruitless effort to destroy the Iconians. It is time to consider all of our alternatives.
Indeed. So, we get all these things. We were going to get the science console. So, collect reward. It looks like the next mission is called Midnight. If this is the mission I think it is, it's a long one, but probably one of the most amazing stories ever in this game. So, Midnight, the Iconians are massing for a final push towards the key worlds of the Alliance. We are gathering any remaining forces to mount a defense, and perhaps, if we are fortunate, we will be able to turn back time. Meet with Captain Kagrin on board the research lab to discuss our best course of action. Oh, and it's the very last mission of the Iconian War storyline, and it's definitely a long one, but so amazing, and I hope you guys stick with me for it. It's probably going to be one of our longest episodes we've ever had, but a very, very good story. So, you'll catch that in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Star Trek Online. Don't forget to show your support and tap that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe so you miss out on all the daily videos. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And as always, don't forget to live long and prosper!